Welcome back to the 2019 World Bench Press Championship in Tokyo, Japan. We're underway for an immediate start with Weimel from France on 57.5 kilos in the under 72 kilo class of Masters 1 women. This is classic bench pressing. It's wonderful to have you here joining us for this session. We have for you the under 57 kilo class ladies and the under 72 kilo class ladies. These two particular groups have simply been combined together because their numbers work together quite well for creation of one lift. And here we have Funk from USA, who we saw last year at World Masters Championships, where she got silver in the under 57 kilo class in the Masters 1 for full 3 lift powerlifting, and here she is now at World Bench Press. She starts with a very confident 62.5 kilo opener to get her underway. And here's Maria from Iceland. We've seen Maria at Worlds and Europeans, and most recently last year she was at World Masters Championships, where she was the world champion, Masters 1 under 57 kilo class. Very strong lifter. She's been lifting for a lot of years, but she's come back recently. And here's Maria now, world champion, Masters world champion, 65 kilo. Oh, just see how the referee calls that. I wondered if she'd beat the call or not, but there was a hesitation and no problem there. She got the lift. Martina Rummel from Germany now, starting with 67.5 kilo. Martina we've seen on the world stage and Europeans since about 2016. Very good lifter. She was world champion actually at this event 3 years ago. Lovely lift there from Martina. Of course, the world of powerlifting changed enormously in those 3 years, and the depth of competition is great now. And what would have won a world championship last 3 years ago would not win now. As people get stronger and stronger, their coaching and training techniques improve, their nutrition, their recovery. People take better care of themselves and overall more healthy. And more people find out about the sport and enter into it, we find that competition depth gets deeper. Here's Nicole Savazio of France. She competed at Classic Bench Press last year and she muscles up 70 kilos. As I said, we've got the 57 kilo class and 72, so we'll be swapping between those classes based on the weight that's on the bar. So Washinzu of Japan now is in the 72 kilo class, and she's going for an opener of 75 kilos. The 72 kilo class is quite competitive. There are 8 lifters within it, and the top 4 or 5 are really quite competitive with each other in terms of what they can lift. So we may see some great battles. Washizu, incredible arch and great tightness through the upper back there. A wonderful lift. Really very impressive. We've got Cohen now of USA. She's opening on 80, but she's in the under 57 kilo class. So this is getting right up there for these smaller women. All these women you see are in the Masters 1 category. Davy Cohen. Giving her instructions there for her lift out. I think he did that just as she asked. Oh, it's a good strong lift. That's a very good lift for Cohen. And unbelievably, there are still 4 other lifts to go in her weight class for openers. So these women are incredibly strong. Back to the 72 kilo class now, 80 kilos now for Teruya of Japan. Incredible opening bench press. She competed quite some many years ago, 10 and 15 years ago at Worlds. And she's had a break. I'm not sure what's happening for her. And she's now back at the World Championships here in Tokyo, Japan. Teruya. Wow, fantastic. Fantastic bench. Lovely strong lifter. Chang of Chinese Taipei, she'll also take 80 kilos for her opener. Qingfeng Chang, Chinese Taipei. A wonderful bench pressing nation. Absolutely love their lifting. Very competitive. We see them at all Worlds. They always bring a lovely big team. Oh, a fantastic setup and a great solid lift. For Chang. And Kian Henry of USA. She'll also open on 80 kilos. And there are 2 other lifters in her weight class who will open both at 85 kilos. So Kian here on 80 to start her benching day. All right, we'll see how that goes. I think it's a good lift. And we jump back into the Masters 1. It's amazing to think that, for example, Helen Hughes of Great Britain will open on 82.5 and she's under 56 kilo body weight. Looks very solid from here. Helen is away on 82.5. Kadatska of Ukraine now will open on 85 kilos. She's under 53 kilos of body weight. It's amazing as the lifters get younger in age, how much stronger they are in terms of what you see on the attempt selections. Kadatska. We see her at European World Championships of Classic Bench Press, so this is her thing. I think it's fair to say she is a classic specialist, so raw lifting. And she's multi-medalist, multi-time medalist. She's last 2 years, she's won Europeans in raw bench press. Kadatska. Oh, it's a great opener. Very strong. It's a good lift. So now we have Kijak of Canada. Magdalena. Here from Canada. And she's going to open on 85 kilos. She's just over 54 kilos of body weight. This is a phenomenally strong opener. Oh, absolutely. Very impressive. She's a tall lifter, so she's quite lean at this body weight. Very lean, very strong. Okay, Hugland of Sweden, now 85 kilos. I just got a surprise. Kijak was no lift. And the Canadian coach has gone to the jury to ask what's going on. And hopefully we'll be advised, and I can advise you shortly as to what the outcome of that is. First, we need to watch Hugland of Sweden opening on 85 kilos. She's a under 72 kilo class lifter. No. Hogland gets the lift. So the Canadian coach is still working on his appeal for his lifter, and we'll find out the outcome of that. But in the meantime, Ruta Landratanen of Great Britain, Lendratanen, apologies for poor pronunciation. She's been competing at Worlds and Western Europeans and European Championships. 85 for her opener. Very strong, one of the strongest openers we've seen. Fantastic lift. All M2, these ladies. So, the openers will conclude with this lift now. Aito from Japan, unbelievable, 92.5 kilo opener. As a Masters 1 opener, she's in the under 57 kilo class. She's mostly competed as an she's competed a lot as a 52, but also now she's up in the 57 kilo class. She is a world champion. She's a multiple world champion for bench press. So this is her thing. Incredibly strong lifter. Interesting, the bar just hovered there a little on her chest, and not something you usually see in classic lifting. So we're into the second lifts now. Second round of lifts for all these people. And we're starting with Weimel from France on 62.5 kilos. Who we saw last year at European Classic Bench Press Championships. She came fourth there. It's 60 kilos, so I'm thinking this is a personal best. This would be a personal best for Christelle. Oh, fantastic. That is absolutely brilliant to see a personal best on her second lift. And the French supporters in the crowd really encouraging her and congratulating her with that lift. We see Jodie Funk, 67.5 kilo on the bar. Jodie's competed equipped last year at World Masters, so I'm not entirely certain how she goes with raw bench press. So fair to say this is her first raw bench press worlds. Making the move to raw worlds. Jodie works very hard. Gutsy lift. Looks good. It's a good lift. Maria from Iceland, also on 67.5 kilos. She's a fraction heavier than Jodie. Small increase for Maria from her opener. She's under a lot of pressure, but she does the lift beautifully. These women are certainly working hard, making it look easy. Rummel from Germany now, taking 70 kilos. Exactly the same body weight as Jodie Funk from USA. So she's sneaking ahead of Jodie with this 70 kilo second attempt. Oh, she sticks with it, but I don't think it's gone down. It was a little too heavy. I can't see that she did anything wrong. I just think it's quite heavy for her. So maybe she can go out and correct something and get some more backward drive right off the chest to try and help her out there. But that may be as much as she can lift. So now 72.5 kilo for Cerevasio of France. She's just gone up to 2.5 from her first attempt. She's the heaviest lifter in this class. She just made weight, but she made mincemeat of that lift. And so that's a wonderful second attempt there for her. Washizu of Japan now takes it up to 80 kilos. 5 kilo jump from her opener. One of two Japanese lifters in the under 72 kilo class here. Washizu. Fantastic setup. Very high arch. Oh, and she bears up. And that's a terrific lift. Really a beautiful example. And she's delighted with that. I can see she's got family and children in the crowd who are all waving to her. It's lovely to see. It's wonderful when your country hosts the Worlds and then all your friends and family can come and watch you. So Cohen had a great first lift on 80 kilos. She's popped on another 2.5 there. She's lighter than Hughes from Great Britain. Oh, that's a beautiful touch, and she's going to push it up if she can keep it. Beautiful lift. Oh, fantastic lift. What a fight. She stuck with it. Oh, it's great. Here's Chang from Taipei. 82.5 for her. Oh, fantastic lift. Very strong. And now we've got Helen Hughes of Great Britain on 85 kilo. Helen's going for this. She's heavier than Cohen, so she needs this lift to get ahead of her as it stands at the moment. Oh, lovely tight setup. Oh, it looks solid. That's an excellent lift by Helen. And I think she's been able to get that. So she pushes ahead. By the end of the second lifts, she's ahead of Cohen. Cohen's put the 85 kilo on her third attempt. So still, it will be interesting what Hughes puts on her third attempt. If she just go conservative and put 2.5 just to do as much, just enough. Whoa, she's put 90 kilos on her third lift. She's put 5 kilo. Here we have the Canadian, Kajik, who missed the 85 on her first lift. And I believe that's a good lift for her. So whatever the problem was, I think there might have been some butt lift, she was able to correct that for the second lift. So now we've still got 85 kilos on the bar for Teruya of Japan in the 72 kilo class. She's heavier than Henry, who'll take it next. So that little battle there she's having with Henry from USA. Teruya has the pressure on her because she's a fraction heavier. Incredibly short range of motion due to her being deep-chested, a high arch, and she's got a wide hand placement because of the length of her arms, and Don't worry, there's a lot of strain on her wrists. She's working very hard. Even though the bar doesn't travel far, it's quite painful for her to have her hands out that far. And a lot of pressure on her wrists and her shoulders. Henry now comes steaming out for her attempt at 85 kilos. She is lighter than the previous lifter, so this will get her ahead of the Japanese lifter. Oh, powers it out. I think she's just found her power. Henry means business, so she surges ahead, and she actually ends up in second place with that lift. 87.5 goes in the bar for Högland of Sweden. And she must get this to get ahead of Henry. She got silver in 2017 at this event. And she got fourth last year at this event. Let's see, she's done a lot of work. She's very strong. She's come here very strong in relation to her competitors. 87.5. Yes, she gets that. So she pushes back. And with that lift, she actually hits first place. But the lifter from Great Britain is yet to lift, and she's going to come out and do 90 kilos now. Högland has thrown down the gauntlet. She's in first place. But can Lendratanen of Great Britain get back the first place position with this 90 kilo bench? She looked incredibly strong. Oh, I think she can do it. It's amazing. She's got long arms. She's a tall, lean lifter. And I think, is it no lift? No lift. No lift. She missed the lift. So, at the end of the second round, in the under 72 kilo class, Högland of Sweden is in front of Henry from USA. And Teruya of Japan. So now we're back into the under 57 kilo class. The Ukrainian lifter here, Kadatska, 92.5, a 7.5 kilo jump from her opening lift. It is quite a jump for women at this weight level of what's on the bar. It's a reasonable proportion, but this is Worlds, and these women train for high jumps in their attempt selection. And this is for her to try and stay in contention with Ito. Ghana, very smooth. She is much lighter than the Japanese lifter to come, so she's actually hit first place right now. Kadatska is in first place. Ito now putting 2.5 kilo on it to try and get that first place back again. It's just very interesting because the Ukrainian started on 85 kilos and made a reasonable jump in her second attempt, whereas Ito started high and has only made a very small jump on her second attempt, and now they're going neck and neck. Ito's got quite a complicated setup. Get her feet in the right position. Get her body nice and tight. No, she got held down low because that bar was not touching her chest, and this happened on the first lift. The bar kept hovering just above her chest, and center ref was right to hold her and had a very good look to see if that bar was actually on the chest. As a result, the lifter had the bar on the chest for quite a long time, or near the chest for quite a long time, and it was virtually impossible for her to maintain the compression and be able to press it. So that just made it very interesting, because Kadatska and Ito now are on 92.5 kilos, and of course Kadatska is very much lighter. So we're into the third round of bench presses now for these ladies, and Weymel of France will put 65 kilos on her third attempt. Straight down. No. Likewise, Weymel didn't quite get it cleanly onto the chest. There was just a hesitation about an inch off the chest. And that break in rhythm really messes up the whole timing of the press then. Rummel now, 70 kilos. She missed it on the second lift. Rummel gets herself set. Oh, comes down super fast, but there's no power there. Anyway, she finishes with a lift on the board at 67.5, and she finishes in 7th position. At this stage. Sorry, at 8th position. Yeah, she's at 8th position. Jodie Funk now, USA. She's going to go for 70 now on her final attempt. She's battling it out with Maria from Iceland. Some discussion on this platform regarding the attempt selection here. Guys are changing the weight now for Jodie Funk. 70 kilos, just got to get the rack height correct for Jodie. Jodie's currently sitting in 6th position. She squeezes under that bar, gets nice and tight up on the traps there, and her face is wincing from the tightness and tension she's feeling through her body as she gets into that perfect position. She's really got a lovely technique. Oh, gosh. She's a lovely bench presser. It's really delightful to watch her technique. I think she didn't get the lift. Something's moved. Is it feet, or she's lifted her butt, or something's happened? Side referees saw it, which makes me think it's maybe a butt or a feet, because the centre ref has trouble seeing that. Unfortunate, because she's got such a great setup, but I know she's just going to get stronger and stronger with that setup and that technique. She's a wonderful bench presser. Maria from Iceland now will take the 70 kilo attempt. Let's see how she goes with it. Oh, bit heavy for her. So she can't press it either. So I think that'll make Maria go into the 8th position, and Jodie will effectively just move up 1 position to 7th, with Rummel from Germany in 6th. All those ladies finishing on the same weight. So their positions were determined by their body weight. So we flick into the 72 kilo class, and we've got Cerevasio of France on 75 kilo attempt. I think Cerevasio is the oldest in this group. Yes, she is. Oh, no. Didn't quite have enough strength to keep going with it. But she finishes on 72.5 kilos. And really great attempt selection to test herself out on that 3rd attempt. And it beat her today, but she gave it a good go. So Washizu now of Japan will try 82.5 kilos for her 3rd attempt. She's currently in 6th position. She could momentarily get ahead of Chang from Chinese Taipei with this lift, just on body weight. So let's see what happens here, if she can get herself into 5th position. Oh, it's too heavy. She got nothing. Okay, so Washizu settles with 80 kilos, and she's in 6th position at the end. Cohen, 85 kilo on the bar for her final attempt. Currently in 5th position. She would get ahead of Hughes before Hughes has her next attempt with this lift, but she can't get ahead of Kidjak from Canada, who's lighter. So Cohen here trying to bump herself into 4th position with this final lift. Oh, no. Not there today. I think she'll finish on 5th. Good to have a go at it at Worlds. We're just moving back into the 72 kilo class. This is Chang from Taipei, Chinese Taipei. She's currently in 5th position. With this, she would get ahead of everyone except Hugland. So this is a huge lift, huge attempt. That's how competitive these top 5 lifters in this weight class are. She would absolutely go from 5th to 2nd if she could get this lift, just momentarily. The others have to have a try. But this was excellent attempt selection to try and give herself every chance. Oh, she's throwing everything at it. I think she's got that. She got a lift. That is amazing. That makes it interesting. In fact, she goes ahead of Hugland on body weight. So she just went from 5th to 1st with that one lift on body weight before the last 4 have a chance. But back in the 57s, Helen now, who's currently sitting in 4th position, is trying 90 kilos, which will get her into 3rd position. Oh, she's having a go, but no. There's no speed. She just got it off the chest, but that was it. And now the bar's going to 90 kilos for Kijak, who had a rough start but came through with the second lift. Now 90 kilos. From my reckoning, she's in third place, but she cannot go any further now with this. The wrong lifter's there. This is the 90 kilo lift for the Canadian, Kijak. Okay, there was just a check on the weights. She got sent back. Okay, now they're right. Okay, so Magdalena Kijak, Canada, 90 kilos. She is our bronze medalist in this weight class. Nothing is going to change that. She won that on body weight from Hughes. At this, for 3 out of 3. And, of course, to prove she can do it, 90 kilos at 54 kilo of body weight, and she gets the lift. A superb lift. That's great lifting. So now the bar will go to stay on 90. We're going into the 72 kilo class with Teruya. And there are 3 women who are going to be taking this weight for the final attempts. Teruya is heavier than one and lighter than the other. So currently she's in third position. With this lift, momentarily she will go into the lead. She'll go into the lead with this lift momentarily, with 3 other lifters to come. Boy, that's heavy. That was heavy. I don't think she can lock it out. You saw that her shoulders, she started to sway when she took that, and so she was unable to convert that attempt. She stays on 85. She'll settle back to about 5th. Hogland now will take the 90 kilos. She's sitting in third position right now. She will momentarily go into the lead with this lift successful. So can Hogland take the lead? Can she get the gold medal with this lift? She has to get the lift, and the next 2 lifters would have to fail their lifts for her to take the gold medal. Very careful to set up just perfectly, getting the tension just right on the traps and the upper back and the middle back. Squeezing as she places herself down. Beautiful foot position. Big air, sets herself. This looks fantastic to my eye. Oh my goodness, she's got that. Hogland gets it, and she goes in to the gold medal position. Now we have 2 more lifters in her category. Henry, USA, could take this off Hogland on body weight. Henry now for the gold medal to take it from Hogland on body weight alone. Oh my word, she tried so hard but it went down, and she's cranky. She misses that lift. So she settles with 85 kilos, and I think Henry may well have missed a medal completely with that miss. The bar is loaded for the final lift of these 72 kilo class ladies. Here's Ruta Landratanen of Great Britain. 92.5 kilos. She missed her second lift. 85 kilos is all she has on the board. This to win. Oh, my word. I think she's going to do it. How did the ref see it? It's a good lift. She wins the gold medal. In the last lift, Great Britain takes the gold medal in the under 72 kilo class of the Masters 1, with Högland of Sweden hanging in there for the silver, and Chang of Taipei got the bronze. Henry missed out in fourth place. We finish the lifting now, unbelievably, with heavier lifts in the lighter weight classes. We've got these last two lifters. Kadatska of Ukraine going for 95 kilos. She's the lightest lifter out of the last two. With this, she will win the gold, and Aito will not be able to take it from her. She's in the winning position at the moment on body weight from Aito. Oh, yes, she's got that. I believe she's got it. Yes, she has. So with that lift, because of her body weight, Aito cannot beat her now. Aito's put 95 on the bar, but she is heavier. She's about 4 kilos heavier in body weight. Aito cannot take the gold. She will have to settle for the silver. Oh, wait. 97.5. 97.5. Aito has got 97.5 on the bar. She is going for the gold. She's only got her opener, 92.5. She started so high, missed the second lift, and has now gone up to try and get the gold. She'll finish with silver if she misses this. To try for the gold, now from Kadatska. It's a big ask. No. She doesn't get a clean touch on the chest, and she gets the silver. Kadatska comes through with really incredible attempt selection to win the World Championship in the under 57 kilo class. I really hope you enjoyed that lifting. We'll be back in a little while with the next session.
Please stand for the national anthem of Japan. The under 52 kilo class, in third place, Japan. In second place, from Japan. In first place, from Canada. Please stand for the national anthem of Canada. In the under 57 kilo class, from Canada. In second place, from Japan. In first place, from the Ukraine. Please stand for the national anthem of Ukraine. the under 63 kilo class. In third place, Graham Abbey from Great Britain. In second place, Princess Desiree, the USA. In first place, Dal Julie from Norway. Please stand for the national anthem of Norway. In the under 72 kilo class. In third place, Tang Ching Feng, China Taipei. In second place, Ogun Petra from Sweden. In first place, Andrakian Ruta